worked on adding things to her game. I know Doug Bruno told me that she wants to be an outside shooter too. She wants to be the whole package.
Blue Demons go left to right on your device, wherever you're watching. She's got a wonderful story to get here. Talk about her as we go throughout the season for sure.
And if you've noticed, every DePaul possession has ended up in the hands of Morrow. They are going to make sure if she's not shooting it, at least getting a touch on every possession.
Double team out front there. Dip inside. Nice little give and go.
Always wanted to get up and down. They're trying to slow DePaul down on the other end.
Kendall Holmes from the outside won't rattle in. There's Peoples with the putback.
Nope.
And the steal. And the putback.
Oh.
There's a takeaway. Morrow. All the way to the rack.
Game last year that she played, you could just tell that she was gaining that confidence, and that helps you to overcome those mental obstacles with being injured.
We learned about an hour before the game that's tonight, but it certainly could play a factor as we get deeper into this non-conference season. Get a look at Riley DeRubbo. Stack inside, right to the rim. What kind of talent's on the floor playing here?
And she has, compared to this DePaul team, some nice size at 6'2". So she's going to take it right at the Blue Demons.
Bruno's, thrilled with the success of Morrow. You have to wonder if he even understood what he was unlocking when he got her last year.
Yeah, I think everyone was not surprised that she was good, but surprised that she could be that impactful so early.
Keke Rimmer now in. Drops.
Nice.
Morrow dropping it in, unselfish. Been quiet so far.
Nope.
And a takeaway.
I mean, this is your post player, Matt.
Morrow all the way down Broadway. The layup. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. 3-ball on the wing. And the rebound, Keke Rimmer puts it in.
Off the bench her entire career, but she is going to get more playing time for Doug Bruno. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. Great deep.
Door is open for minutes and impact opportunity. There's the putback, shooting 50. That's something that Coach Bruno's concerned about.
It is. It's a question mark. Let's say a question mark more. This is a DePaul team that could get 16, 17 threes in a game on the regular. And that's our first 3 of the game. Back it up as we've had in the past. So how will that 3-point shot factor into the DePaul offense this year? A DePaul program that's usually averaging 8 to 9 points per game. Is that going to drive the points per game down too?
You would imagine it will. Everybody knows Indiana missed basketball. Started at IU. Felt more comfortable here and getting the putback for the lay-in. Ball, that number 1, number 2 receiver. You get so much attention to one, the other one thrives.
And how ironic.
It's been without putting anyone at the line. There's a takeaway. Holmes, bounce
nice
pass. Peoples pause just a little bit. Let that space go by. The lead was back to 11 for a minute.
Boy, Aneesah Morrow is getting her hands on a lot of basketballs in the backcourt.
Get it over the timeline. Nice give and go there, and a good finish. 3-ball in and out. There's DeRubbo. Morrow stops from 10. She thought about going baseline.
Add that on a consistent basis where she can just stop and pop, take her game out a little bit more, challenge bigger players with some range.
She's got 13 already. Keep an eye on her number as we go through the evening. 3-ball. Right side now. Bales stops in the lane. Johns deflected by Morrow. Now on the run out. Here's Morrow all the way to the rim.
I mean, Morrow's going to
look at Jade Edwards bringing it up. Where did she transfer from? American. She played wearing the blue jersey last year. In fact, the last 4 years.
I wonder if she wrote out the scouting report for this game.
After the last few years, I'm seeing how it's kind of developed.
I guess so. All the movement for me, having played in the 90s, is a little strange because you had to turn over a few teeth and maybe your left arm to transfer back then. It was not easy to do. But it's interesting. I mean, for the players, it's good for them because if they aren't happy, they can go.
player at the low major, mid-major level with, hey, here's a spot at a big boy program, so to speak. What can you do in a year?
Right.
3-20 lead. This thing's opened up a little bit. That one's short. Go inside. Allen faces up. Peoples on the outside. And she will drive in. And half of Leaser's minute of the opening half of the Blue Demons season. Lavin all the way in. Nice finish. Cole wanted the foul. She'll take anything at this point in terms of just break for her squad. 3 ball for the outside. That's Zaria Hurston. We anticipated that. A very different showing than what they had Halloween weekend down in Austin, Texas. The charity game for Uvalde.
Nice pass.
Not played nearly as well defensively. It was on the American roster heading out east. That says a lot about the talent in the state at the high school level. There's Henning, one of them. Nice pull up. And you can hear the crowd. That's the extension. Change at Belmont. And
nice contingent of American fans.
Morrow, turnaround, or the long shot from 3. And if that becomes a weapon, Rogers will unload. Morrow the rebound. Cleaning up everyone's mess tonight. Henning will pull up from 16. That's too strong. There's a long stretch without a whistle. Peoples all the way to the rack.
But the best DePaul teams defensively, it always feels like there's an extra person on the floor, and that's how it has to feel for American. I mean,
Nogues the rebound, throws it up. Rimmer the rebound. Rogers will take it and make it from there.
Like 6 in a row. You know, just be one of those streaky, on-fire, 3-point shooters for the Blue Demons.
Streak going the other way for American, one of their last 9 until that one.
He has that ability to be able to work with a pretty bare cupboard sometimes if his team gets into trouble.
Starring at American, but played 35 minutes a game there. And so she's used to the minutes. So that may be something they end up relying on if this bench stays as short as it is.
This season, as you kind of are filling out that roster of available players.
Forced bounce pass taken away. Morrow still on the floor. Dishes.
Nice.
Lays it in. That's Holmes.
I mean, you get the feeling.
Bales trying to force it in. They've had a couple of opportunities here in the last few minutes. And a floater from Hurston. Down at that brand new arena in Austin, Texas. Nice give and go. Kayla Henning with the finish. Rogers, the floater there. About 10 feet. Lavin breaks out for 3 and knocks it down. It's Molly Lavin, the freshman. This is Laura Graytock. Henning, 16 feet. Nice pull-up in traffic.
Seeing a lot of those local players shine. And
here's Rogers from 3.
Another
feeling better.
Another Chicago player. Defensive plays turning into point. Still up there in the scoring department.
30 baskets in total, but one number to note, 20 of 30 from the free throw stripe. That if that's going to happen in the Big East, just keep an eye on that. If we head towards the end of this one, lead continues to grow now at 89-41. That's as tough a 5-game slate as you'll get in women's college basketball. I don't care who you are. 3 ball from the outside. In the midst of all this, Rimmer the takeaway and the easy finish. That's left. Holly Lavin has had a nice effort tonight. An easy one. Did everything they needed to do.